welcome back to my channel. I am your Muse Traci. I am your favorite manifestation coach, and I am here to inspire you and empower you to live the life of your dreams, to create on purpose exactly what you want in all areas of your life, to stop settling and to stop suffering. You are not here to suffer. If that sounds good to you, you are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel. I do offer one-on-one coaching to help you transform and revolutionize your life in all areas. In this coaching program, we take a deep dive into your belief system and do the work to change the programming so that this will be the last coaching that you need. We work together 2 to 3 times a week, and in between sessions, you have homework, self-work to do, and of course you have email access to me if anything comes up, you have questions. So it's a lot of support, a lot of hand holding, and it's a lot 3 times a week typically, unless you have a scheduling conflict, but 3 times a week is a lot. It's an intensive program, and it creates a lot of change very quickly, which is good. That's what we want. So in this intensive 1-month program, you transform your life in all areas. By the end, you will understand effortless manifesting. You won't need to be flipping your thoughts all day long. You won't need to be persisting for a week or 2 and falling off and struggling and being exhausted. It just will be a thing of the past. If you're interested in learning more about my coaching program, send me an email, leave me a comment. If you're interested, get in contact with me and sign up as early as possible. I have a wait list right now, so definitely if you're interested, let me know. I'd love to work with you. I would love to work with you because this is my passion. This is what I'm passionate about, is to help you guys and anyone interested in, getting rid of the limitations. That's what this video is about, getting rid of the limitations that are unnecessary. They're lies, and we all have them. Most of us. I won't say all, because maybe you grew up with a really good belief system, a really good environment, a perfect environment. Maybe you did. Amazing, wonderful. Everyone deserves to have that clean slate, though. And you can have a clean slate. You just have to work through what you took on at a young age that was never yours to begin with. Okay, so this is my passion because you're all amazing, infinite creators, and you deserve to live the life of your dreams. So that's what we're here to do. Okay, so in this video, I want to talk about limitations and how the limitations are a lie. They're an illusion. So what do I mean by that? I mean that they're not real, they're not true, they're not final, they're not universal truths. These are programs in your belief system that your mind or your ego thinks are necessary for survival. Very important thing to understand, because this is one of the reasons why it's helpful to have a coach, because if your ego thinks that these programs are necessary for your survival, it's going to do everything it can to hide them from you. And it's quite obvious to someone outside of you who has also done the work. But to you, again, they will be hidden. They will feel like that's just normal. That's just how it is. But that's not the truth. It is a lie, and it's unnecessary. Okay, so let's talk about what the programming is. This is what your subconscious mind absorbs from your surroundings up to the age of 7. It still can take things in after 7, but up to 7 is the most impressionable time for your subconscious mind. Everything is going in. Everything is being recorded. There's like literally no filter, almost no filter. This can be from your immediate influences like parents, guardians. It can even be from movies and TV shows. Anything really that sort of leaves an impression on you. It can be from friends or siblings. Really anything that has had an impact on you at this age just goes in and becomes programming. Now, after the age of 7, your subconscious mind, like I said, can still take things in. It just takes more effort. So the programs are usually a lie, almost always a lie. And they are usually scarcity based or limiting beliefs. They are someone else's programming, right? Whoever was in your environment just kind of shared with you what their programming was. Again, with not a lot of filters. things that you didn't choose for yourself as the rules for how your reality works. And until you look at them and change them, this will be the rules, the guidelines for how your reality operates, because you are the only one creating. That's the truth of it. You are the only one, first of all, setting up the rules. And so what you say is the truth, and real is what your reality will respond to. For example, money is hard to get. You have to work hard for money. Money runs out. You're not lovable exactly the way that you are. You need to be different in order to be loved and accepted and to have other people's approval. Other people's needs are more important than your own, etc., 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 etc. These are the types of things that are typically in the programming. These are some common ones, but of course they're are usually individual ones as well, unique to you as well. So this is the baseline from which you operate. This is your programming, and your reality is mostly created from this mess, if you will. And then when you learn to affirm or think better, or that you're the one creating, or that you can manifest, you try to affirm and visualize and create what it is, and then what you want, but you struggle. You struggle to believe it, and you struggle against your own belief system, right? You struggle to believe the better thoughts. You struggle to believe the affirmations, and you struggle to persist in what you want because of the programming. The programming says otherwise. If the programming didn't say otherwise, by the way, the things you want to manifest would already be in your reality. You would already just say, I want that. You would have no resistance. You would have no limiting beliefs about it. And voila, there it would be in your reality, because that's how powerful you are. And that is why anything that you want, if it's missing from your reality, it's not being held from you. It's not available to you. It's simply something that you are doing, either consciously or unconsciously, right? It's not because you're bad at manifesting or it doesn't work for you. No, none of that is actually true. You are actually brilliant at manifesting. Like I was just saying, it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's that unconscious beliefs, subconscious beliefs are running 90% of the show, right? It's because the programming, again, the lies that you were absorbing at a young age, and then you got evidence of the programming, which reinforced the programming, and then you believed it even more, and on and on and on, right? So you set up these limitations. The limitations are proven to you. You believe in them more. You try to affirm out of them, but you just can't seem to shift. So does it sound familiar? So it's an illusion. This is what the illusion is. And you can break out of these limitations by doing the work to rewrite your programming. This is where the effort should be, not in controlling your thoughts or affirming all day long or trying to stay in the state, right? No, staying in the state of what you want is effortless when you have done the work to change your beliefs and change your programming. That's how manifesting is supposed to be. So this is where the effort really is. And it will take a little bit of efforting to change, to truly change, because your ego, again, thinks the programming is necessary for your survival. This is important to understand, because some of you, and I know some of my clients, they think, well, this is difficult to change. I'm struggling to change it in this moment. They won't struggle forever, and neither will you. But if in the moment they're struggling, and it's because the ego is clawing and scraping and trying to cling to the programming, because the ego's one and only job is to keep you safe and keep you alive. And if it thinks the programming is necessary for that, it's not just going to let you easily, 2 times change the programming and okay, you're off the hook. No, your ego's going to scrape and claw and, try every trick in the book. These sly tactics from your ego. And okay, just to set the record straight, I'm not here to bash your ego. Your ego is not bad. Your ego, when you don't know that you're in charge, when you don't know that you're the creator of your reality, it's necessary. You need the ego. It's keeping you safe. It's keeping you alive. Its only goal is survival, survival, survival. We have to survive, right? So when you, again, you don't know that you can direct your thoughts to what you want. You don't need to be fearful. You don't need to plan for the worst. Before you know that, the ego is very helpful. Okay, so the ego is not bad. It's just a part of your brain that does a certain job, and at times that job is necessary, and at other times that job is just not necessary. Okay, so we're not really bashing the ego. It's not going to help you to bash your ego either. So, right, this is necessary. Your ego thinks it's necessary for survival. Again, this is probably part of the programming that was created in the first place, right? During some trauma or something that you learned, it was crucial for your survival. So let me try to explain that a little bit more, because I'm reading notes and I feel like I didn't hit it. So the programming, yes, your ego thinks it's relevant for survival, but I want you to understand the reason why is because the programming probably was created in the first place during some trauma, during some event that impacted you. Again, even if it wasn't, like physical trauma or something like that, it's still something that impacted you enough to where your mind took it in as, okay, we got to follow this rule. This is how we survive. This is how we stay alive. This is how we stay safe. Okay, I think I got it that time. Okay, so it takes a little bit of effort to change this programming because, again, your ego doesn't want to just give it up. Doesn't want to just give it up. It thinks it's necessary. It thinks, it has been allowing you to survive the programming for many years. And in fact, it will do its best to keep the programming hidden from you. It will suppress it, disguise it, dress it up as something else, try to present it as something completely different. Again, it's very, sneaky and has all these tactics to convince you that this is just the way that it is, that this is just the way that the world works, that this is just necessary in order to survive, right? And your ego is doing all of this to preserve the programming. Preserve the programming. Again, trying to preserve the programming for the ultimate goal of keeping you safe. But again, it's an illusion. It's an illusion. You don't need to think that money runs out for you to be safe. You don't need to think that money is hard to get for you to be safe. You don't need to think that you need to be other than who you truly are in order to be loved. You don't need to think that other people's feelings, desires, emotions are more important than your own in order to survive. These are lies. This is the illusion that, is being created by you, honestly, by you and for you, right? So you have this programming and you believe it, you buy into it, and then you project that out. And then, of course, because you're creating your reality, you get evidence back, and then, you believe it even more. But it is an illusion, right? You can't be other than safe. This is truly a benevolent universe. The programming is a lie. You literally can't be other than safe. You are free to choose how you would actually prefer for your world, your universe to operate. You are completely free to choose. You are completely free to write the rules, but only once you've done the dismantling of the original programming, right? It's not going to work as effectively. I'm not saying it won't work at all, but it's not going to be as effective if you keep the original programming and you just try to build some new beliefs on top, some beliefs that you would prefer to believe on top. It's safe to have a lot of money. I can get money from doing the things that I love to do. It's safe to be all of who I am. I get to be loved, right? If you're trying to build that on top of the opposite, it's not going to have the same effect. So you need to go in, look at what's in the programming, and dismantle it. Dismantle it, okay? Because again, you are free to choose the rules that you want your reality to operate by. and what you would actually prefer. How would you prefer for your world, your universe to operate? You're completely free to choose. And this is one of the things that I worked on, because I was very much taught at a young age, you have to work hard for money. You have to do a job that you do not prefer, you do not love. And that's just the way that it is. Hey, just deal with it. Just get over it and just do it. Just do the thing. And I was taught that you can have the things that you want, but you got to work hard for it. Okay? And I was a sort of like, I've never really liked that idea. I've never really believed that, I won't say never, actually. No, I did believe that for some time, but I was starting to realize that I don't want that to be how my world operates. Okay, that's what I was really realizing. Okay, that's what I was taught. And that's what the people around me believed. And, I'm also not saying that they're wrong and they're bad. That actually worked for them. They did great. They worked hard. They achieved a lot. They made a good life. So I'm not also saying that that's wrong, which is another aspect that you might have to deal with as well. Guilt, maybe a little bit, shame for changing your beliefs. Okay, so that's fine. You can deal with the guilt and the shame, but you get to identify how you want your reality to function. What are the rules? Do you want to continue to believe that you have to work hard and spend your life working in a job that you don't really like to make money, to get money and a retirement, and then like what? I don't even know what comes after that. I didn't want that. And I made the decision, I'm going to do the work to change this belief. It was very uncomfortable to change that belief, but it was worth it for me because, again, I knew I'm the one setting up the rules. If I keep believing in this, this is what my reality, this is how it's going to operate. I'm going to keep getting more evidence that, yeah, this is how it is. Okay. So I had to do the work. And again, there was layers to it. I felt guilty for wanting to, get paid to do something that I loved. I felt like I was maybe saying that other people were wrong. I wasn't. I didn't want to say that. I just wanted my reality to be my way, right? And there's other things too that you might come up against that feel a little bit wrong for you to change. Okay, another reason it's helpful to have a coach. It's not wrong for you to want what you want. Your desires are there for a reason. This is something that I also learned in my own journey. Stop questioning your desires. As long as you're not hurting someone else, you're not hurting another person, your desires are existing. They are upon you for a reason. You're meant to experience that. You're meant to have a desire and then give it to yourself. Have a desire and allow yourself to have it. This is really the whole purpose. Not the whole purpose. This is the driving force for evolution. I've talked about this in other videos. Why your desires are bigger than your belief system. Why would that be? For the purpose of growth, for the purpose of you weeding out the BS, weeding out the lies, weeding out the programming that says you don't get to have that big desire. No, that's too big. That's too big for you. No, nothing is too big for you. Okay, so your desire is not wrong. It's your programming that's wrong. It's the belief that says you don't get to have it that's wrong. Don't change the desire. You have the desire for a reason. Change the programming that says you don't get to have that. Stop questioning your desires. If you think about a desire and it feels really good for you, I don't see how that could be wrong for you. Again, we're not, inflicting harm or causing pain for anyone else. But if you think a benevolent desire, and that feels really good to you, that's a sign that's what's meant for you. So we don't need to change the desire. We change the belief that says, no, you don't get to have that. You guys get my drift? This is all up to you, your universe. You're setting up the rules. You can set the rules consciously, or you can keep your unconscious rules that were never yours to begin with, that you just sort of were impacted by. And, this is sort of just how the human mind works. Up to the age of 7, everything goes in, right? So we're not even trying to feel guilty for our programming. Okay, we're not trying to feel guilty for that, wrong for that. Judgment, it's unnecessary. You don't need to judge your programming. You don't need to judge your past creations. All of your power is in this now moment, right? All right, you guys, let me go back to my notes here, and we're almost finished. Just a couple more things that I wanted to say. Yes, so this is your free will. This is your ability, is to change the rules of how your world, your universe operates. You're completely free to choose the rules according to how you would love to experience your life. Love to experience your life. This is why I say it in my intro. And yes, I'm reading a script in my intro. Somebody said in the comments, you're so scripted. I'm reading a script. That's what I chose to do for my channel. So yeah, I'm reading a script. But like in my intro, what I'm saying is you're not here to suffer. You're not here to settle. You're here to thrive. You're here to have desires and fulfill your own desires. And how do you do that? Through evolution, through changing your programming, through changing the things that are holding you back, by changing the limitations, the lies. They're not real, they're illusions. And this is what is called freedom. This is called mastery. This is called mastering conscious creation. Okay? It's not about affirming all day long and keeping your programming. I tried that. I'm giggling a little bit, but I was there. You learn what you learn. Okay? Me learning affirming, that was necessary, okay? And that worked to some degree, and that's what I was ready for, okay? Maybe when I learned about affirming, and if I would have heard all of the things that I know now, it would have been like, whoa, right? So you learn what you learn when you're ready to learn it, and then go to the next level, and you evolve, and you learn more, and you learn that, affirming all day long and struggling against my belief system is only getting me so far. It's only getting me so far, or nowhere at all. Okay, there must be something else going on, because I know I'm the only one creating. So what else is going on? And that's when you have to dive a little bit deeper. Take a deep dive. All right? Go through your day remembering everything is your creation. Everything is responding to you. And notice what you see. Notice what you're thinking, and notice what you see, and watch how it becomes so obvious. Watch how it becomes so obvious and so empowering at the same time. All right, you guys, that's it for this one. Leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.